Hi guys. Hi Arun. Yagi.
Hi, hello. So, Arun, are you accepting students or are they joining in directly?
I'm accepting. Normally, I'll have to talk to Oswald. He'd set it up so they could join
No,
automatically, but it
because
just
yesterday I sent even a, like I added on the email all the emails here using add email. So it seems like it's not working.
yeah, we'll have to figure it out.
Yeah, I'm accepting them. So
No, I mean, I just yesterday night I just added everybody just in this add people thing, and I added all the emails. So I think most people probably have received an email notification,
But with
but
the same meeting?
with the same meeting, yeah. But it seems it's not working.
Yeah. Small group today.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm saying Glory is saying she received the email and she is joining using it, but still she has to ask to join.
Hmm. Okay, so we have a couple of. I think there was an issue around timing as well. I think somebody had said there was a confusion around what time the meeting starts. So some little things to figure out.
Yeah.
But we'll keep getting better every day.
Yeah, definitely. I think, yeah, it's also partly Google's fault.
It's always Google. No, it's better to blame Facebook, even if they have nothing to do with this.
Oh yeah, I understand.
I'm glad nobody's blaming Windows. It's always a good
because they're no more here. At least for me, like, there's nothing Windows I can blame. But if I had a computer, I would blame it. Okay, so I think we can give another 1 minute and then.
So apparently there's a problem with the website scheduling as well, as it shows that it'll be, yeah, the website timing is off.
Yeah,
It
I
says
think
it'll be
that's.
at 12:30.
Oh.
Yeah, so we got that one wrong.
I mean,
Okay.
which website?
So there's a new calendar on the site, and the
Okay.
time seems to be off. So we'll have to fix that too.
Okay. Or maybe
This is much easier in
maybe
person.
yeah. Okay, great. No, but okay. So, did we announce on the Slack? Just
Yeah, it's been announced now.
okay, great.
Okay.
So we have a code to run from.
Should we make a couple of announcements first?
Yeah, no, I'm just more saying, like, just announcing that we have a contributed code just to randomly select people. So I ask everybody also to just continue developing it to make it better. But yeah, go on.
Anastasia here, the one who developed it?
Sorry?
Anastasia, who developed it, is she here?
I'm not sure. But
It'd be cool if she ran it.
he saw his code generating. His name was not Ashi, sorry, and then generating the code, and then just probably her name is not in the list, so she thought I don't have to be there. I'm just gonna run the code just for the sake of. Go on, Arun.
How's everyone doing today? I guess no one's talking, but hope everyone is good. Yeah, it's day 3. Sorry, I missed yesterday's stand-up. My goal is to make most of them. Yesterday, I was trying to meet one of the people who's helping us out with the project and just giving him an update, searching for more support and jobs and all of those good things. sounds like things are going well. We are busy, as you guys have seen, busy trying to put a lot of systems together to make things clearer and more working better. And unfortunately, some of the things are making things less clear and less better. So in terms of the schedule, we have the timing wrong on the calendar, the meeting link, the automatic joining is not working. Things are not 100% clear yet, but we're working hard to make things not only clear for this week, but we want to make it into something which is sustainably working. We have lots of new team members on board, so we're enthusiastic, we're excited, but our goal is that by the end of this week, for week 2, things are super clear. And so what is due, when is it due, and how to submit. We are working to build systems, so bear with us. We're always open for feedback on how things can be done better. So this meeting is being recorded. It'll be posted afterwards. So on schedule for today, we have today's stand-up, and we're going to be using code from the community or the family that's been contributed by Anastasia to pick people to do the stand-up. We have our 2 regular tutorials. We have a session at 1 p.m. Rwanda time, so that's 11 a.m. GMT, where we're going to be talking about report writing and slides. And so, as mentioned before, what we want is that people are, you have the work that you're going to contribute, but we also want to work on the presentation, all of this towards this idea of becoming job ready. So I'm going to be running the 11 a.m. GMT session, 1 p.m. Rwanda, and I have nothing to present. We're going to take it as a pure quote unquote flipped classroom approach. So have a look at the resources that are online, have a think yourself. And we're going to spend about 30 minutes or longer if we need, just answering questions and discussing how people want to present. There is no quiz today. There was no quiz yesterday. And today at 8 p.m. Rwanda, 6 p.m. GMT, we're looking for an interim solution. And to make it very clear, we're asking for the top 10 influencers. We're asking for the top 10 political figures. We are not asking for the hashtag task to be submitted today. And we also want one more task, the outline of the reports and the report and the slides, and actually they should really follow the same template. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we have on today. That's what we're looking for this week. And just speaking for the team, our goal for the week is to continue to make things, to get all the systems set up in terms of calendars, in terms of meetings, in terms of what has to be submitted, how do you have to submit it, fixing, making it better for this week, and definitely getting it ready for next week. In terms of my stand-up and just contribution to the community, it's cool to see that people are starting to chat, to discuss. People are finding solutions or ways to improve what we've already started to work on. And that's great to see. That's exactly what we want to see. Somebody takes what we've done, made it better. So let's keep working in that spirit. Yeah, so that's all from my side.
Okay. So I didn't want to share. So can you hear me?
We can hear you, yeah.
Okay. So no, I just didn't want to share. So the code is just in the email. So using emails just would be nice with the names, but I'm just going to call, so day 2, it is, so what we have, the email. So I don't know if this is just, for now, I'll just share an email, but I don't have a proper code that just does the, okay. So, okay. So Virgo, just if you go, if there is Virgo.
Augustine.
Augustine.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning.
I'm generally doing fine. I've been working on the Twitter challenges, getting the tweets from the top influencers and the top government officials. And it's not been easy, but with the help of my teammates, we're getting there. Hopefully by today, we should have made headway.
Any major blocking points, Augustine?
The major blocking point is trying to actually understand the instructions, because there are a lot of resources included with the instructions, so it kind of makes it difficult to understand what exactly to do. Like yesterday, some of us were confused as to whether we had to scrape the other website, which has sorry, what's it? Yeah, there's this website which has the top 18 African heads of states on Twitter. It's a mixed bag. Some people were divided, saying we had to scrape information from there. Some of us we thought we didn't have to scrape information from there. So there's just been that general confusion until Biba cleared it by saying we should read the instructions first. It's like it's more of a helper function, but not necessarily something we have to scrape from. So it's just generally the amount of information. I think like I generally feel like there's so much information for us to use. It kind of gets confusing as to what exactly to do. Because for some of us, we are used to having the steps laid down that do step 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of having to come up with your own steps and figure out, oh, I need to actually do this first and use this information for that. So yeah, we're slowly getting the hang of it.
Okay, great. I think that's the clarity. I think, yeah, we should build, this is the first week, we should build the habit of reading the descriptions, because we spend a lot of time trying to write them, but we definitely can also improve in giving a more clearer one. So I removed just the ads part of the email, and then here is just the list because it's randomly generated. This is just a new random generated for second day. So if you see your name just on the list, as in the order, if you can just unmute. And
so the next one is Lawal, is that right?
Okay. Hello, guys.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. I hope you all can hear me very well.
Yeah, we can hear
yes, we did hear you. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So yesterday morning, so I was able to scrape data for the first part of the challenge. Well, from what the guys have been discussing on the group page, I saw it's one of the easiest. So it took me a lot of time. So I knew I had a lot more work to do. So from there, with the support of guys on the group, I've been able to iteratively go on with the second one, trying to piece together. And from the int Yababa dropped during the AMA session yesterday. So far so good. It has been challenging though, but I know I'm making progress, and actually it's demanding. I look forward to doing more and submitting my draft by Sunday.
Any blockers?
What is it?
And do you have any blockers? Anything that's blocking your progress?
Oh, all right. Yeah, it's I feel the way the course is going, it's more project focus, and it requires me to search a lot of things I don't know, a lot of things, trying to bring a lot of pieces together, that learning so many things at a time to get the project done. So that's the only problem I have, though. But I think that's part of progress and development. So thank you.
All right, next up is Emmanuel D. Marinere.
Hello, can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
My name is Emmanuel. I'm really glad to be opportune to be one of the final members here. So it has been tough. Yesterday, I worked with the challenge till this morning, so it's not been easy. We have made progress. That is what's really most important too. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad for these challenges that we are having. I know before the end of today, I will try my best to finish everything.
Any blockers?
Like learning the code, post the last part of the bash command. It was. Please, what I understood is, I don't know if that code is really useful. I don't know what it is exactly.
Yeah. So in the thing it says, in the code itself, it says this is just if you want to do the same thing using bash script. But it says it's an optional thing, and you don't have to, because it's doing exactly the same as what the Python does. So you don't need to delete it. If you want, you can just delete it. You don't need to. It's in the description. It says this is optional in case you want to. So it's not necessary. It's all you need is just to get data, and that you can do it with Python.
Well, it did not work, Sal. It did not work. Was it not supposed to work, Sam? Was it supposed to work, Sam?
I think I don't give a code that works.
Okay, sir.
I give a code that always just has some errors. Because then otherwise, what is the point?
Hey. Okay, sir. Okay, no problem. Thank you.
Well, welcome to the fourth dimension. Okay. Ken?
Good morning. So what did I do yesterday? Yesterday I was able to scrape the Twitter handles of the top 100. And I was also able to calculate the popularity score. The block I'm experiencing right now is that the data I'm getting from the API is not accurate, because if I follow like each and every tweet, when I go to look at the number of retweets, probably it has a different number than the number that is actually on Twitter. And some of the likes are just appearing as 0, although on Twitter they are there, and some of them are appearing just okay. So that's what I'm going to try and figure out today. What's the problem with that code?
Well, then that's good. That's kind of, going and even reporting some issues on the Twitter system. That's good. I mean, hopefully it's just a code or how the timing, because one thing you have to know that the Twitter only gives for the last 7 days. So something related to that, but I will also look at it, read it, and then but you also should read the developer's account, like description, where that could be. But that's great. That's kind of good progress.
Isaiah, Jean?
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Yes, for me, yesterday I've tried working on the weekly challenge. I've managed to script those data from the 2 websites. And what I'm planning to do now is to download the data from Twitter. But I have a problem of not understanding well those codes from the Twitter mining account, which are even not running for me. The solution that Yabe gave us are not running well for me. I don't know why. Maybe I will DM him for more clarification, and maybe I will understand how the things will be done. I hope I will progress too.
Great. Yeah.
Just keep in mind as well, some of your batchmates have already said that they've been able to solve that. So don't hesitate to ask some of the people who have already been able to solve it. You can also reach out to us, but yeah.
Okay.
Muniolek.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yesterday I worked on I was able to solve.
Morning.
I'm saying yesterday I worked on the week 1 challenge. I was able to scrap some of the Twitter handles and have the today's deliverables ready. So today I plan on setting up my SQL environment and download the tweets of the people that we were told to scrap their Twitter handles. And then one of the challenges that I faced yesterday was my machine was returning some weird JavaScript when I was cleaning my data, but I managed to fix that. Yeah.
Any blockers?
I think I relate to what Gustin has said earlier. it's a bit, I find some of the instructions a bit challenging, especially for like the second deliverable where we're supposed to obtain the Twitter handles of the top government officials. There's a bit of a gray area on which website we're supposed to use to do that.
So can I propose that we ask the questions on Slack? If there's ambiguity, we will resolve it. Let's post on Slack, and then we will resolve that today.
Yeah.
Okay.
But also just, you know, like yesterday at 4 p.m. in the German Rwandan time, I held the kind of ask me everything. So if you can just ask with just a hashtag, so that, because always when I come in, I search for that hashtag such that I can answer whatever question. So if you can just ask that question and just put like, you know, hashtag Q week 1, then I will be able to answer that as well.
Okay.
I will explain, add more clarification.
Okay.
Rofia Dashina. Rofia Dashina.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Okay, so far I've been able to script the first and the second part. Working on getting the data from Twitter, but like Jeanette said, I've been experiencing some errors in the Twitter part. But still, some people said they've sorted it out. I will reach out to them to ask. So
Okay. Any further blockers?
No, I was experiencing some when I was trying to get the names from the HTML from the second part.
Okay. Yabi, I don't know how to answer that.
What is I missed?
Confused about how to get the names from the HTML. Maybe you can post the question on Slack using the
I think
hashtag QB1.
Look at also the questions that I answered. Some of them I give more tips. Just so maybe just look at also the codes I shared just in Slack. But I think let's post it and then we'll see.
One point just to add, just to share with the community. So we are working on improving our Slack, some of the administration tools. So we should be able to get a better broadcast channel. And between the website and Slack, we should be able to post sort of key lessons learned, or if somebody's sharing a message that we think is relevant to everyone. So that's one of the things that we're working on for next week, so that it's easier to find key questions that have already been answered. So it'll be either the website or Slack or both, but keep an eye open for that. Oma Demo.
Good morning.
Morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so far I've been able to do the first listing assignments, which is scraping the data. But for the second part of scraping the data, I was having some difficulties, but I was able to sort it out. But I'm still dealing with the Twitter mining data, but my system is having issues, so I'm kind of lacking behind and stuff. But I'll sort it out. And if I have any questions, I'll ask on Slack.
Yeah, just one tip in that one. You should use also Google Colab when your system is kind of, so because Google Colab you only need a browser and an internet. So you can code everything there. When your system is okay, you can bring it. So use that advantage.
Okay. And for the first scraping part, once you have the names of the listeners, are we just to leave it there like that, or you save it in a CSV file or something?
I mean, I think you should save it, otherwise you have to run it every time you try to do analysis. So, I mean, I don't think so this is the point where I think some things you should just decide yourself. It's okay if but it's some things you really have to decide yourself. I don't think we are able to tell you what to do at that level. even in the future. So some of the things you just have to decide how to do them, and such that you can carry out the rest of the rest of the challenge, as well as also in the future when you come back to it. So okay.
Just to add a point to that, I think these sorts of guidelines are asking for support. We're going to be asking, you'll be seeing more of Sebastian and Mustafa on the platform as well, and they can play a role in helping to give you, I guess there's no necessarily right or wrong answer, but thinking through some of the advantages, disadvantages of different approaches.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bessie Mokaria, sorry. Bessie Mokaria.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
I hope that you're all doing okay. Where I'm at right now is I've been able to scrap the data from the two sites. So I was able to obtain the account names for the top influencers and the officials. I'm currently working on the code to search and download the data from Twitter.
Wonderful.
Any blockers? Sorry.
Good.
Not really. I'm trying to understand the Twitter mining challenge code and research extensively so as to amend it to suit the code to download the data for the officials and the influencers.
Okay. Adegboye Gayaji Kobi. I'm sorry for the names. I'm struggling, especially when they're email addresses. Adegboye. Not here. Okay. Boateng Johnson.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning, everyone. Okay, so far I've been able to scrap the data from the various websites we were given, and it was the second part that took a lot of my time, but with some try and errors, with some regular expressions, I was able to scrap the data and their handles. So now I'm heading towards the Twitter, getting the tweets from the API. And then the code, I'm still seeing some errors, getting some 404 error codes and other stuff. So I don't know, I'm still finding my way around it. Yeah, so that's what I'm up to right now. And hopefully by the end of the day, I'll be able to submit the interim challenge. Yeah. Thank you.
Any blockers?
Yeah. That so far it's just the Twitter that I'm still struggling with it, the API. And then also, as Augustine said, the information, there are too many. I'm now getting sources. I don't know, but I'm still finding my way around it. So hopefully it will be all right. Yeah. I know this is just the beginning. So in a few weeks to come, I will be comfortable with everything and with the procedures of an academy and stuff. So thank you very much.
Okay.
Great. I think, yeah, so that's finished for, I think the other one is just for the next day. So yeah, I think that's great. I think overall, all of you are doing, in my opinion, good. At least most of you, just there is half. I see that some are already progressed to the next level. That's great. So that means they can help others. So it's usually like, that's what I like it. Just if a few people are ahead, then they can just also assist and bring the others on board. And don't forget reading the paper. It's gonna be essential for Friday, like, when you get into the detail, once you get the data. So just keep reading some of these the papers that I at least just the key paper that I shared as a reading material, because even if there isn't anything to submit, but that is an essential part to complete the project in a way that actually you understand, interpretation wise. When you come to interpretation, when you read the paper, you will have a different interpretation, different insights than without reading the paper. So that's just to keep in mind. I think, yeah, from my side, that's it. Arun, anything to add?
Nothing else, just a quick recap of the day two. We have 2 regular tutorials. We have the session on reports and slides, and then we have our 8 p.m. That's 8 p.m. Rwanda time interim hand-in. And that'll replace the quizzes for this week. So yeah, thanks everyone. See you guys on Slack. I think Prosper is going to be reaching out with some community activities as well. So we'll see you guys on Slack and then for our stand-up tomorrow. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Ciao.
Bye. Thank you.